Hey guys, welcome back to Money is Blind podcast. I'm your host Prasoon. So today I did the webinar, the live webinar. We started exactly at 4, but before starting we faced some issues. I decided to go ahead with the MacBook as the main laptop using which I'll be presenting the slides because the MacBook, the M1 MacBook's front facing camera, no, it has only one camera, the web camera. It is of a bit higher quality when compared to the Dell laptops that I have. So I thought, why not go with the MacBook? Shamnaz was with me. I will not be able to do this alone. So if you are blind or visually impaired and if you are planning to do a webinar live, you need a personal assistant. And the script, I went through the script like 10 times before finalizing on the one that I used to present for the show, for the live event. So you definitely need a script. The script could be either in complete sentences or you can use bullet points. I have used both, and I marked the beginning of each slide in the script. But I also instructed Shamnaz when to change the slides from one to the next one, so that the audience who were attending would not feel that I am not the person who is changing the slides, who is moving the slides. So total we had 92 slides. This is the first time that I was presenting a live event which had more than 25 slides. And each time, the last time, if you are listening, every time I do a presentation which has 25 to 30 slides, I usually don't prepare a script. But this one, it was very long, and I took 2 hours to complete it, and I needed a script. You definitely need a script to do this, and make sure that the script has all the points which you plan to present. Even the hilarious moments, you need to include it in the script and the slides so that it gives maximum benefit, maximum value for the audience who are attending the live event. And you need to instruct your personal assistant in such a way that the communication is clear when they should go ahead. I did the presentation in Malayalam, so that was another first for me. So now back to the results. How did it go? Well, what were the problems that we faced? Initially, the MacBook was not responding well. It was already 3:40 when we reached home and tried to set up the 2 laptops for the webinar. But then, after doing a force quit, the Chrome started working. Then I had some issue in signing in to the Google account in the Google Chrome browser. Usually I don't use Google Chrome in MacBook. It's always always Safari. But yesterday I thought, why not go with Google Chrome so that nothing goes wrong. And now when I think about it, I think it was a bad decision to go with Google Chrome. I should have used Safari. Another problem, Shamnaz, my personal assistant, he is not used to MacBooks and the Apple ecosystem. So when I was about to share the payment link in the chat box, he had some issue to right click on the link. The link was there. We had kept it ready in another tab, but he had some issue to right click and copy it and put it in the chat box. So that could not be done at the right time. But he did a good job. He managed the situation promptly by taking out the Nokia phone, which was being used to admit all the audience who were trying to attend the show. He took it and he copied the link in Nokia phone and pasted it in the chat box using the Nokia phone's Gmail app. So Those are the problems that you might face when you're using MacBook. I decided to go with MacBook simply because I wanted the Dell laptop, the WordPad app in Windows laptop, my Dell laptop, to be the main narrator. So the script was typed in WordPad on Dell laptop, and it was very easy to edit and to move from one line to another using that laptop. I had not found a similar kind of app in MacBook. In MacBook, we need to either use the navigation mode or the arrow keys, but MacBook, when we go from one line to another in a very, very long document, it could screw up. And if I get lost in the middle of the presentation, that would have been an embarrassing situation. So I wanted to avoid that. And every time I used Windows WordPad using the Windows narrator, it went smooth. So I was comfortable using Windows narrator and WordPad, WordPad in Windows laptop as the main screen reader with which I can read the script and do the presentation live real time. So the conversion, the translation from English to Malayalam, that was easy. It didn't take much long. I had practiced the live presentation 2 times before going into the live one. So the rehearsal, it kind of helped. I had one rehearsal practice session. I had two rehearsal sessions, and I also completed one by practicing with Shamnas, my personal assistant. So I instructed every slide, and when I will be switching to the next slide, when he needs to move to the next slide, which phrase he needs to listen for so that he can move to the next slide. So that instruction was made clear to him. I also made it clear in which slide he needs to uh, use the no share the payment link in the chat window in the chat box. Apart from that, I also wanted to greet all the audience who attended the show with their name. So initially, before going into the screen sharing mode, the presentation mode, I had instructed him to tell me the names of everyone who had joined. He actually whispered it to me, and I greeted them one by one. So by 4 o'clock we started. By 4:10 p.m. we had 10 users. By 4:15, 4:20 we had 20. And the average number of persons who attended was 22, but I think more than 40 persons have attended the class at one time or the other. I had 136 registrations for the webinar, for the live event, and that's roughly 25% of those registrants had actually showed up for the class, and everything went well. The last, uh, at last, when I tried to sell the 1 month coaching program that I had designed, only few people were interested, but I took their permission before proceeding to the sales mode, and we had one conversion. It was the first time that I was doing this kind of a live show, and we did it. We have one real customer. I priced the package at $200, and I gave them a special offer to convert at the right time. I told them that it was a limited time offer, and the $200 was going to be valid. This limited time offer was going to be valid only till the end of the webinar. And that urgency and scarcity, it kind of worked. And one out of those audience, they converted. His name is Tyson. He is from Dubai. And we have started his coaching program yesterday evening itself. So I'm planning to do this 2 or 3 times more. so that I can perfect the skill of doing webinars, live events online, and get some reviews, get some video reviews. I have never done it from my patients, but it kind of helps in these kind of live events. And then I can build up, go ahead with designing the weight loss course that I am planning to do. So that's the big idea. I have already started creating this course. The one-on-one coaching, it takes time. I need to spend time with them to collect their history. It takes time and effort from me, from my team. It takes my energy and resources to provide value to each one of them. But course or a book, it's a one-time investment. One time after you create it, it's done. It will be there. Then after that, after releasing or launching the course, you just need to make only subtle, minute, little changes to it. You just need to update it once in a year or twice. That's it. So I might be able to sell more weight loss courses at one third of the price, like $66 or 5,000 rupees, instead of going for one-on-one coaching, which takes more time at a price which is like $200. So if I price the one-on-one package more than $200, I don't think persons in India will be able to afford it. Yesterday I was lucky because this guy who converted, he was a non-resident Indian, and money was not an issue for him. So even I asked him, he said that $200 is a bit too much, but he was badly looking for a coach, and I pitched him in front of him at the right time, and that's why we got our first customer at the first attempt itself. So that's how blind and visually impaired persons conduct webinars. It is possible, but you need to rehearse it, practice it, do it over and over again. You need to do this. You can do it because I did it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys how everything went. So yesterday after everything, I had some personal affairs to attend to. My niece, she was in the hospital, and I had to visit her. When I reached back home, it was late and I was not able to record the podcast. That's why I'm recording it today morning. This is Tuesday morning, and if you are listening to any background noise, that's my son. The usual tantrums that he throws before going to school, that's what you are listening to. So apologies for that. From today onwards, I'll be recording at night time so that there won't be much background noise in the recordings. Alright. On that note, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.